Hello students, this is Sudeep Yadav from Spectrum Chemistry, and students, if you are first time visiting to my channel, so please like and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get a best explanation of NCERT book class 7th subject science. And students, today in this video we are going to discuss the second part of the reproduction in plants, and in the last part of the video we have discussed about this asexual reproduction and and its some parts we have discussed, and today we are going to discuss about the another kinds of the asexual reproduction. There's a other modes of the asexual reproductions which we are going to discuss today in this video. Sorry, so let's start students. That is vegetative reproduction by stem. Last time we have discussed the vegetative reproduction by the roots, but today we are going to discuss about the vegetative reproduction by the stem. So let's see students, stem tubers. This is very important part of reproduction by stem, that is stem tubers, just like the tuberous. Its structure will be just like as a tuberous roots. Some plants have the tuberous stems. These stem tubers store the nutrients and bear the nodes. And these nodes bear buds that form the new plants. And for the example, you can see here there is care of the scale leaf and germinating eye bud, scare of the stem and the eye. So this is the example of the reproduction by the stem. Okay students. Sorry. Now next kind of the reproduction, that is the runners. This is the runners. Some plants grow along the ground and contain modified stems called runners. These runners contain buds that can produce roots and stems. For example, strawberries. So this kind of the reproduction takes place in strawberries. Now next kind of the reproduction, that is vegetative reproduction by the leaves. Not only the roots, not only the stems, but here leaves are also responsible to do the reproduction process. So here is a vegetative reproduction by the leaves. When the leaves of the some plants are hurried into the moist soil. Here is not the hurried, I think this is the buried. Okay, sorry, this is the buried. Okay, into the moist soil. The cut edge or the margins of leaves develop a new plants that resemble to the parent one. So this kind of the mode of the reproduction is going on in case of the bryophyllum or sporous leaf plant. So you can see in this given figure, this is the bryophyllum and how the vegetative reproduction is going on by the leaves in the bryophyllum, you can see here. Now next, that is the artificial means of the vegetative reproduction. In previous slides we have discussed that how the vegetative parts of the plants can reproduce, but here in this slide we are going to discuss that how artificial means of the vegetative reproduction we can do. So this is the first method through which we can do the vegetative propagation and the plants can vegetatively propagate. Okay, so that is the cutting. It is a method in which a cutting from a plant is taken and planted. This cutting is a part of the stem or the branch of the plant. For example, roses. So you have seen that if you will cut the stem of the rose and when you will be sown inside the soil, this part, so it can convert into a new rose plant. So this process is known as a cutting. In the figure you can see this is the process, this is the steps of the cutting by which you can artificially reproduce plants. Okay, so this is the vegetative propagation of the artificial means. Okay, now next, grafting. Sometimes two plants are joined together so that both of them can provide the desired characteristics to the new plant. One plant remains rooted in the ground, which is called the stalk, and provides the essential nutrients and water, while the other plant's stem is attached to it. In this way, a new plant develops. For example, apple. So, grafting process, through the grafting process, you can cultivate the apple plants. Okay. So, let's see students, this is the steps. Here is the cycon, and there is a stalk, and graft union, and there is a wrapped and waxed. So, these are the steps of the grafting process. Now, what are the advantages of the vegetative propagation? The plants that are reproduced with vegetative propagations grow faster than those that are produced with the sexual reproduction. So, this is the first advantage. Second one, the plants that reproduce with vegetative reproduction have fruits and flowers ahead of time. And the last point, that is the plants that are produced have exactly the same characteristics as that of their parents. So these all are the important advantages of the vegetative propagation. So I hope students you must have enjoyed this video. So thank you students.